Yeah. Today's the day.
Yeah, today's the day. We're getting the E-Class.
We're gonna be in Bingas for the day.
An AMG, nonetheless.
Yes, of course, we gotta go Mercedes. We gotta go. So this is the Mercedes
E53.
E53.
AMG.
Guys, I think you got your dates mixed up.
What are you doing here?
What?
This
we're not
is what
doing
we're reviewing. That is not for today.
Wait, I thought. Oh, we got our dates mixed up or something?
You obviously got your dates mixed up. This one.
But this is a huge step away from.
This is still nice though.
I like it.
You like it? So this one. Oh, at least I like the color.
Unfortunately, it's that one outside.
Are you a fan of red, Kudzi?
Yeah, it is. But I like the ergonomics.
The ergonomics are clean, bro.
Like clean, the way you sit, the way the seat holds you in position, the way the dash is like. So
the response, bro.
The
one thing I have a problem with the driving though is my steering. I cannot adjust the reach. I can only adjust the height. It only has tilt. It doesn't have reach adjust. Yeah, so it's only up and down.
Unless you just spend a little bit more, then you
well, it's an option, but it's not in this particular car.
Yeah, it's an option.
Yeah, so, but I mean, you make do. I think, given what this is, it's adequate. It's good enough.
And I keep switching on wipers. Jeez, I'm sorry, guys.
Too used to Japanese cars. You're showing your ex-Japanese.
Why are people copying the German style of doing things?
They're not copying. The rest of the world always has been on the left side.
Wait, what? Wasn't it always like?
No, it's only the Japanese put them on the right.
Oh.
It's only the Japanese.
Oh.
Everyone else is on the left.
I thought they were doing it wrong, and we're the
no,
one
but
on
the right
right
makes more sense, man.
No, you're just used to it. You're just used to it.
I guess you have a point.
Yeah, but I was about to say the dashboard. I think it's a nice layout. They've put this material which feels like leather,
Premium,
and I hope it's leather. Then they've done a clever
a bit
trick.
scratchy by the doors, though.
Yeah, but they've done a clever trick. I mentioned it to Tafazo before. They've put the touch points, the places where you place your hands. They're all nice materials.
Squidgy, yeah,
nicer
they're premium
materials.
feeling, yeah.
And where your eyes don't really see, or
it's scratchy.
Where you normally don't put your hands. It's scratchy
That's
plastic.
clever though. That's real clever.
I like that most people are catching up nowadays. And you've got this. What is this? Is this chrome? I'm not quite sure, but it's just
still,
plastic.
It doesn't even
painted.
matter because it looks good.
Looks good, yeah. The general aesthetics is.
It looks good.
It's nice.
It makes you happy, like for the money you spent. You feel good.
Yeah, it is.
Really
It is good.
And
what else?
Can you hear that?
You know what the funny thing is?
How quiet it is.
These guys in China, I gave them respect. I gave them respect when I saw the design, the whole design of this whole car. I was like, wow, the Chinese are learning, because the Chinese usually they love the big grills at the front, but they managed to put a big grill on this car without making it look gratuitous. You get what I'm saying?
It's not offensive.
It's not offensive. If you look at the other Chinese cars, the grills are like, yo, what the hell? So the guys in China, they went and hired a guy from Land Rover to design this car.
Yep.
All right, that's one thing I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I guess this whole the feel,
which explains the rotary shifter, because this is so Range Rover.
Yeah, it is. It's Jaguar Land Rover, right? Yeah, and even the way I was describing the dash layout and everything, it's a bit like a Range Rover. Even the way that they slant this.
Woo! The response, guys. Get a ticket and they go home.
Don't kill us, please. I know with the eyesight thing, just.
Hey, my eyes are fine. Oh, who told you?
Who said what? Who said what number of airbags? So we're still good either.
We're still safe.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I know I'm good.
All right, that's another thing to talk about. Safety. How many airbags?
I know for the top of the range one, you do have 2 in the front, and you also have your curtain airbags. For this big, I'm not quite sure if it still has the curtain.
Now the curtain is just in front.
Just the front.
Just the front.
Turning right over there. The next right is already.
All right. You do know where right is, like there.
I'm seeing him. I'm seeing he's indicating. So I'm hoping that's him telling me to turn now.
But then you also have a lot of active safety features as well. You've got your lane keep assists helping you. And you know, this Harare bumper-to-bumper traffic, it does help you to nudge forward. So you're always like, you know, a safe distance away from the next car, and you don't have to stress about, should I accelerate?
I like the way it makes you feel confident with the steering wheel. Even though I don't have that reach adjustment, the steering wheel, the feel of it, it's got that confidence, you know, like it's got a bit of body roll when you're turning, but
Which is
feels,
to be expected.
it still feels well planted, yeah, because it's got like soft suspension, so there's a bit of body roll to be expected. But it feels, you know, well planted, and it's very confident. So even like when you accelerate, it's like.
So maybe the reason why they didn't bother putting the steering wheel.
I love it.
First impressions, though, quite impressed. I'm
I
very
love
comfortable
it.
where I am right now.
You know, like Tino, I always use you as a gauge for like the space at the back.
Yeah.
Because like, yeah,
this
because this guy's like 4 meters tall. Like,
And some change.
yeah, so
It's like God made his body like before cars were invented.
You know, so I always use him as a gauge.
If he's comfortable,
if
then
he's comfortable,
guaranteed
then-
anyone, most
Then
of
the
the
car
people,
is in like limo region when it comes to space.
Yeah, feels very quiet.
Yep. The soundproofing
Not too
is-
quiet though. because you
Well,
can
we
still
don't
hear
have the
tire.
radio on, but you can still hear the tires, but the wind and traffic noise outside, you can't hear it. But I'm pretty sure if you got your radio on, you won't be able to hear much of that stuff.
Yeah, and I think if you get on the highway, it's a different story. Oh, maybe you should. We won't find out, but
We should find out.
Hey, Brent, do you have the feel for that?
I don't know, ask ZIMOCO. So, this is the new Haval Jolion, and I think it goes without saying, it's a handsome car. I mean, the Chinese here, they really... What?
I don't know why you have to call them. Why did you have to bring in the Chinese? Yes, they
Because
made.
it's the Chinese.
They made the car, yes, but let's
Okay.
focus on it's an Haval. Doesn't
Okay,
matter who made it.
wait. It may be the Chinese, right? I mean, it's Great Wall Motors. It's the Chinese, right?
Fine.
But
Okay.
you know what? These guys, they actually got a designer from Land Rover to design the car.
So they're still Chinese there.
It's still I still give them credit for knowing how to get somebody who knows how to design. Because, hey, let's be fair, man. When it comes to grills, the Chinese are very good at getting a bit overexcited with the grills. But the grill here is not small, but at the same time, it does not feel gratuitous. I guess we'll give that credit to the Land Rover guys.
I guess. Okay, I like the shape of it. A bit too much chrome for my taste, but I'm sure you love it because
No,
you're a showy person.
Look,
fine.
there are lots of bells and whistles in terms of like the chrome and whatnot, but I think they work. It works. I mean, all this extra bells and whistles. This is a fake vent, by the way, but it works. And the LEDs.
Okay,
I mean,
that's-
okay, this one is not the premium model, but the LEDs still. They work. On the premium one, they go way down there. I mean, they really went to town with the design. I love it.
Okay, I love the lights. I think that's the highlight feature for me because all of them are LEDs, even for the lower spec ones. And yeah, shape is nice, looks a bit Audi-ish. So yeah, they're taking a few cues from other manufacturers, which is not a bad thing because if it's good,
not.
then you might as well take
It's
it.
not.
So you've got the lights being the highlight for me, the Haval lettering here. It's not intrusive, it's alright.
Just in case you forget.
Just in case you forget. And I think the crucial thing here is that if you're going to be buying a new car, then it's supposed to show that it is a new car.
It's a new car.
Yeah,
Hence
and-
the bling bling.
Yeah, and it's a new car. I mean, a bit too much bling. I mean, maybe down here could be just blacked out. But okay, it's not offensive.
You can black it out when you get like the sport version or the hybrid version. Haval, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Yeah.
But yeah, you know what? Where credit is supposed to be given, I'm going to give it. This is a good looking car.
You know, when you brought up the fact that it's got a little bit of an Audi look, I'm now also seeing a bit of a disco as well.
Wait.
The disco like 6, the streamlined disco, not the boxy one. The streamlined disco. There's a bit of it when I'm looking at it right now.
Okay.
I'm also seeing a bit of a fish as well.
Okay, now it's just okay. The more we look at this, the more we're gonna be seeing things. I think we can end it. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay, that's it for the front, man. Okay, so we are in the Haval Jolion Premium. That's the mid-spec car, and that means it doesn't have some of the features that the premium car has, like a heads-up display and wireless charging, Android and Apple CarPlay, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. It doesn't have those features. But regardless of that, when I'm sitting in this interior, we've got like a 10-inch display. It lags a bit, but you know, for a touchscreen in such a car, especially in its price range, you can forgive it. The ergonomics of this whole car is just impressive, to be honest. Everything is where it's supposed to be, and it's got a premium feel to it. I guess that's why they called it the premium, but it's got a premium feel to it, and I love the way everything is just where it's supposed to be. We got your rotary shifter, and you know, it really just snaps into position in a very satisfying manner. Here with our dash, we've got like a combination of digital and analog dials. So you got your speed, you got your revs, you got your fuel, and you got your temperature and stuff. And then it also tells you that there's somebody sitting on the seat. But for some reason, I noticed that when I had people in the back, it doesn't pick up that there are people in the back. So maybe it just doesn't care about the passengers. I don't know, but I love the interior. Everything about it is okay. Not everything. I mean, they were clever though with their designing, because it does have the premium feeling parts, right? Like everywhere you rest your hands, like when you're like driving and stuff, everywhere you rest your hands, they were clever enough to put like a squidgy feel, whereby you won't think that you know, it's cheap. But where you do not really pay attention, like most of the time, like here, it's scratchy. Even on the sides here, it's scratchy. But where my arm will be resting and touching the door, it's nice and squidgy. That was very clever to you guys at Haval or Great Wall Motors. So like I said, this is not the premium model. The premium model would have like a panoramic roof, but this one doesn't. But even regardless of that, it's really comfortable. The seats are, of course, they are they're not leather, but they are comfortable. And the speaker system, we got about a 6-speaker setup. So when you're driving and you want those tunes to be up there, they'll really be up there. You can adjust your radio volume via the steering wheel. You can also do your cruise control and stuff like that. You can skip your tracks and what. It's also got some voice commands that you can do. So, you know what, for its price range, you can forgive a lot of the stuff, because it's offering some things that even premium models from other brands do not offer. So when I'm sitting here and I'm driving, I really feel comfortable. It's a beautiful car. I really love it. So you may have noticed on the shots when we were driving, there was a cable that was just hanging precariously on the frame. That wasn't a mistake at all, man. We did that on purpose. We wanted to show you that there's a USB port right up here by the rear view mirror, and that's mainly used for the dash cam. So your dash cam doesn't need to have that long cable, you know, getting in the way. It'll just be short enough and connected here and just sorted.
So you joined me in the back of the Jolion, and just like in the front, you can tell there's so much space, so much leg room, so much headroom. At the same time, you've got enough space for three people in the middle. It's quite surprising how much space they've managed to cram in such a small, compact vehicle. And you can tell that it's well thought out. And because this car is not, it doesn't have a drive shaft going to the back, you have so much leg room, even for the middle guy. You've got an armrest. Let me open that up, with 2 cup holders. I think this is quite a substantial amount of usable space for a family vehicle. And there's not much else in the way of features. You've only got an air vent for aircon and probably 2 USB ports, depending on which spec of the car you choose.
Now let's talk about the boot space. But I'm not the professional when it comes to boot spaces. I think, yeah.
I blame you. I blame you, and I blame you guys for watching and encouraging this sort of behavior. But fortunately, I do fit, barely, but I do fit. It's got decent amount of boot space. What's the literage for this?
430 liters when the seats are up, and when the seats are down, it's 1,133 liters of boot space.
It's quite precise. But yeah, I don't mind, but definitely not going to be doing long journeys
inside
here.
there. Yeah.
But you can get a lot of luggage in here. A few suitcases, a few carry-on bags.
There's a bit of labor involved though, because like there's a bit of a lip. You know,
yeah.
Just a bit, just a small.
Just a bit, but you'll be okay. You'll be okay. Yeah, and there isn't anything else back here. No auxiliary ports, but you do have a little light here, so you can see what you're doing. Other than that,
at least the person you kidnapped can, you know, at least see how much space they have in the boot.
Which helped for the few moments you kidnapped me, because I didn't agree to this, but it's you guys who are encouraging this sort of behavior.
He's officially the boot guy now.
I'm officially the boot guy.
Yeah.
Right, then on to the rear.
The rear end.
The rear end, yes.
Yeah.
No silly jokes for that. It's a family show. Anyways, I think it looks quite good. I like how like the roof sort of like slopes downwards, and then it's you have this like spoiler.
Yeah, it's a spoiler.
Spoiler.
Yeah, it looks
at
nice.
the end, and it's just it looks nice.
It's very compact. It's I don't know. Is this a good thing that it's got a tiny window? What do you think?
I think it's a good thing, because if you're gonna be reversing, you've got the rear camera helping you out.
Yeah.
I guess you'll be okay. And
it also has sensors, right?
Yeah, it does have a sensor. One of our guys was actually reversing, and there's like grass everywhere, and the sensor started going off. But that shows that it actually works. So.
Yeah, it actually works. And what do you think about the lights?
I really like them. So these are full LEDs. And I like it, because they could have just gone simple and just have like a basic sort of like LED, whatever. But
like something like what Toyota does, right? If this was like a RAV or something like that, it would have bulbs, just regular bulbs.
Exactly.
So yeah, they do look nice when they're lit up.
Yeah, at night. It looks premium, actually.
Speaking of premium,
lettering. I mean, this is another thing that a lot of other manufacturers are doing, and I think it's a good thing, where you've got this, I'm not sure, is this an Haval font? Is that what they're calling it?
I'm not sure, but it looks like it grabs your eyes.
Yeah.
When you're on the road, you can, if you see one of these cars, it's very bold and in your face. You won't miss it. You won't miss it.
The way they spaced out the letters, it's almost like a nursery rhyme from kids. It's like H, A, V, A, L. What do we have, kids?
Haval. And something the kids will like is, will love is the name Jolion.
Jolion. I mean, I don't know what it means, but I'm sure it's something.
It looks premium enough, and even with the diffuser, in quotes,
quote unquote.
Yeah, the diffuser and reflectors and the whole chrome, I don't know what you call it, a chrome strip.
Yeah, it's sort of like
Yeah.
a strip on the lower part of the bumper, and also has like a bit of black plastic cladding, which is okay. I mean,
It's okay. I mean, this is
rounds it off nicely.
how much is this? 30.
Yeah, it's about 30. Yeah, about
Thereabout.
30,
So yeah,
30-ish thousand.
you get so much for what you're paying for.
Definitely.
So I think we should move to the side. What do you
Okay,
think?
sure.
Yeah. So now
The side
the
profile,
side profile.
which again I think matches the rest of the look of the car. I mean, it's simple, but you know, you've got a few design quirks here and there that will help you out, stand out a bit more.
Okay.
One of them being the roof rail here, which is,
I have to say, it's probably my favorite piece on the whole side profile. I think that's the thing that makes me feel like it's premium.
yeah,
Because they're finished off quite nicely. It's like chrome or aluminium.
yeah,
So yeah,
it's nice.
it's a
and
nice
then,
touch. Couple that with the wheels, they're alloy wheels,
these are what, 17-inch?
17-inch. And I mean, back in the day, these alloy wheels used to be something that's actually premium or saved for the higher spec model.
Yeah.
Now you just get them on Jolion.
Which is good because it's not too big or not too small, and especially with Zimbabwean roads, you need a bit of sidewall to make sure that, you know, when you're hitting those potholes, you don't bend the wheel.
Yeah, and it looks okay, but the wheel arch is not quite filled up to where I would feel comfortable.
It's a cold day.
It's a cold day. Maybe that's why, but it's a cold day.
So when it's warm, it'll fill up.
It'll
nicely.
fill up.
But if you want to get a Jolion for yourself, I'm not sure if you can get this sort of like decal. It would be a nice touch though. But this just for
You think?
Yeah, it just adds a little bit of cadet to it.
Do you know what it reminds me of?
What?
Remember Mike Tyson?
The tattoo on the face.
Yeah, it's like a face tattoo, but only on your car. But anyways, the rest of the car, the design it's quite contemporary. It's up to
Yeah.
modern day standards.
Yeah.
It feels good enough. You've got longish doors, decent, should I say, length? But yeah, it's
It's a nice
there.
compact size. But you know what? It's cold and I've been enjoying riding this Jolion. So let's get back in and do some more driving, shall we?
yeah. I think it's about time.
All right,
do that.
cool. Let's do that.
So what are your final thoughts?
Oh man, I think value for money. You're in the market for a brand new car. You don't want to break the bank. This is the car to get. Why? Because one, it's a new car, so you're gonna have the after-sales services that come with this car, especially if you're buying it through ZIMOCO.
ZIMOCO, yeah.
You've got flexible payment plans, so you know you're gonna be taken care of. If you want to service the car, you know you're gonna be taken care of. So you're looking at a 3-year warranty, 100,000 kilometers. Good deal. It's not the best deal, but because we're in Zimbabwe, we get what we can get.
Considering.
Yeah, considering. So you'll be in good hands. In terms of the car itself, like I said, value for money, ticks all the right boxes. It's got the right materials where you need it to be without breaking the bank.
Yeah.
The infotainment screen is intuitive to use, very responsive. I'm sure you can elaborate more on the steering feel and the...
Well,
and
like
everything
I
else.
said, the steering is makes you feel confident as a driver. I just wish that maybe it had a bit more options in terms of adjusting it, the reach especially, because it only has the tilt. But otherwise, I love the response of the acceleration. There's a bit of turbo lag when you floor it, but it's understandable because the fact that it has turbo in the first place. I mean, 1.5 turbocharged, that's quite impressive. And the price range, again, you know, you forgive the quirks because of the price range.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it doesn't even have that many quirks, because if you look at the interior, like we discussed, where your hands rest, and you know, they were clever enough to, you know, put the premium feeling materials. And then on those parts whereby, you know, you could easily not look at the rent and put you know.
Well, you
The
gotta
scam.
cut costs somewhere, but it's a good thing. It's a
nah,
good thing.
They were clever about it, you know. They were clever with the way they cut costs, and I like that. So, if I was in the market for a mid-sized SUV, is this even mid-sized SUV?
It's compact. I'd say compact.
Yeah, okay, compact SUV. If I was in the market, I would definitely consider this, because you're getting a 7-speed dual clutch transmission, and you know, the fuel economy is also not bad as well. And then, you know, like the after sale service that you spoke about, if you get it with ZIMOCO, I mean, it's bang for buck.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
I don't think there's another car in this market that beats this car in terms of value for money. I really don't think so.
Quite an impressive car we had today. Thoughts, Kudzi?
I think it's a bargain. It's a very good car. It's affordable. It's practical. You've got tons of space inside. You've got an economic engine. What's not to like?
Yeah, it's got all the room that you need. I mean, that's why I liked it, to be honest.
So I guess all we can say is special thanks to ZIMOCO for lending us the vehicle.
Yep,
definitely.
Thank you so much.
And I think you catch us next time when we have another vehicle.
Another ZIMOCO product. They've been so kind to us. They're allowing us to have a bit of a run around with the fleet model. So you're going to be seeing us doing a lot more ZIMOCO stuff in the future episodes. But for now, we're just going to say thank you so much for watching, guys, and be sure to catch us next time, and also follow us on all our social media platforms, as well as carcrazyafrica.com. Cheers, guys.
If you have a car that you'd like us to review, please feel free to reach out to us. We would love to review some of your cars.
Yeah.
Cool.